Now, Jayagrudev, so how is the Homam beneficial for removing obstacles in practical life, like career, education, or relationships? Ganesha is Vignaharta, the remover of obstacles. Participating in Mahaganpati Homam helps resolve unseen blockages that hinder progress. Many devotees share experiences of smoother career transitions, clarity in studies, and resolution of relationship conflicts after attending. Gurudev explains that obstacles are often not external but internal confusion, fear, lack of focus. The Homam purifies the mind, giving courage and clarity to handle challenges. Thus, its benefits naturally manifest in practical aspects of life like academic excellence, professional success, and harmonious relationships. Now, scriptures describe Ganesha as the guardian of beginnings. The Prathama Puja, no ritual or task is considered fruitful without first invoking him. The Homam activates this energy in one's life, ensuring endeavors progress smoothly. In astrology, obstacles arise from malefic planetary positions. The Mahaganpati Homa mitigates such doshas by invoking Ganesha's blessings. Thus, the ritual doesn't just work symbolically but alters subtle energies around a person. When karmic hurdles are dissolved, worldly and spiritual pursuits align, bringing success and harmony in all domains of life. Now, how does the Mahaganapati Homam influence the collective consciousness of society? When thousands gather to chant and pray together, the energy field of society is uplifted. Gurudev often emphasizes that individual transformation is the seed for societal change, and collective practices magnify this. The Mahaganapati Homam sends waves of peace, unity, and positivity into the collective consciousness. People return home with calmer minds, spreading peace in their families and workplaces. Over time, this ripple effect strengthens the moral and spiritual fabric of society, making communities more harmonious and resilient. Now, Vedas highlight the concept of samashti shakti or collective energy. When a yajna is performed, the effects go beyond individuals, influencing the samaj or society and srishti or creation. The Mahaganapati Homam neutralizes collective negativity, reduces conflict tendencies, and enhances cooperative spirit. It is said in scriptures that a single Homam performed with devotion benefits the entire locality. Here, with Gurudev and thousands participating, its reach extends across nations. Thus, the ritual serves as a catalyst for global peace and unity. Now, what is the role of silence or mauna during the Homam? Yeah, the silence is as important as standing between mantras and offerings. There are moments of stillness. These pauses allow participants to internalize vibrations and experience the depth of their own being. Gurudev emphasizes that silence is the mother of sound. Without silence, sound loses meaning. In the Mahaganapati Homam, silence deepens meditation, making the experience more transformative. Devotees feel inner expansion as if the sound and silence together awaken hidden dimensions of consciousness. Now, Vedic rituals always balance ucharana or chanting with mauna or silence. Scriptures declare maunam paramam tapaham. Silence is the highest austerity. After each set of offerings, silence lets the mantras settle in subtle realms. It is akin to planting seeds and allowing them to germinate. Silence connects the devotee directly to the divine without intermediaries. Thus, during the Mahaganapati Homam, silence is not absence but presence and active communion with Ganesha and the cosmos. Now, how do children and youth benefit from attending the Mahaganapati Homam? For children, the Homam is a joyful introduction to culture and spirituality. They learn values of prayer, discipline, and community. The rhythmic chants and colorful rituals capture their imagination, while subtly planting seeds of devotion. Gurudev always encourages youth participation as their fresh energy amplifies the Homam's vibrations. Many parents observe that children become calmer, more focused, and joyful after attending. Youth, on the other hand, find inspiration and clarity for studies, careers, and personal growth. The Vedic tradition emphasizes sanskar or impressions formed in childhood. Attending homams ingrains positive samskaras. Children absorb mantras even without intellectual understanding, and these vibrations remain with them lifelong. Youth exposed to rituals learn respect for culture while gaining inner strength to navigate modern challenges. Ganesha, being associated with wisdom and intellect, blesses them with their sharper minds and resilience. Thus, the Mahaganapati Homam ensures that the next generation inherits both cultural roots and spiritual wisdom, preparing them to lead balanced and value based lives. Now, how does the Mahaganapati Homam support ecological balance? Yeah, the Homam is not only spiritual but ecological. The Samagri includes herbs and natural substances whose combustion purifies the air. Scientific studies show that yajnas reduce bacteria counts in the environment and enhances oxygen levels. Gurudev often stresses that Vedic rituals are eco-friendly technologies designed for both spiritual and environmental well-being. At the Art of Living Center, everything used ghee, herbs, wood is organic, ensuring sustainability. The ritual thus contributes to ecological balance while uplifting human consciousness. Vedas describe yajnas as harmonizers of natures. Yagyat Bhavati Prajanaya. From Yagya arises rain, ensuring fertility and ecological cycles. The Mahaganapati Homam, performed with the sacred herbs, releases aromatic compounds that cleanse the air and promote rainfall. Symbolically, to offering back to Agni reminds humans of their responsibility toward nature in an era of ecological crisis. Reviving such rituals restores balance between humans and environment. Thus, the Homam is a sacred ecological act blending spirituality with sustainability. Now, what is the role of rhythm and instruments like mridangam and conch during the Homam? There, the rhythm anchors the mind, the mridangam scribbles, cymbals, and conch add a powerful dimension to the Mahaganapati Homam. The conch or shanka produces a vibration that clears negative energies and awakens auspiciousness. The mridangam synchronizes with the chanting, guiding participants into meditative rhythm. Gurudev often explains that rhythm is intrinsic to life, be it heartbeat, breath, cosmic cycles. Instruments in the Homam reconnect us to this universal rhythm, enhancing devotion and concentration. In the Shastras, instruments are described as carriers of Nada Shakti. The conch sound represents the primordial Om resonating across directions. Its blowing before offering sanctifies the space. The Mridangam symbolizes the heartbeat of the ritual, maintaining peace and pace and energy. These sounds are not ornamental but integral, aligning the human mind with cosmic vibrations. The Vedas themselves were originally transmitted with specific intonations and beats, showing how rhythm is inseparable from sacred practice. Now, how do international devotees experience the Mahaganapati Homam given cultural differences? International devotees often arrive unfamiliar with Sanskrit or rituals, yet they feel deeply touched. The Homam transcends language, the energy chanting in Gurudev's presence communicate directly to the heart. Many describe it as their first experience of universal spirituality beyond religion. Gurudev bridges the cultural gap by explaining meanings in simple terms, making rituals accessible. This inclusivity makes the Mahaganapati Homam a truly global celebration of unity and diversity. Now, the universality of Vedic rituals lies in their focus on elements the fire, water, sound, which every culture reveres in some form. International devotees connect to this elemental symbolism. Moreover, Sanskrit mantras work through vibration rather than intellectual meaning. Thus, even without translation, participants benefit. Their presence also fulfills the Vedic prophecy of a time when people from all nations would gather to chant the Vedas together at the Art of Living Center. This prophecy becomes a living reality. Now, how does the Mahaganapati Homam complement modern stress management techniques? Modern stress management focuses on breathing, relaxation, and mindfulness. The Mahaganapati Homam naturally integrates these. Chanting regulates breath, silence brings mindfulness, and offering symbolize letting go. Devotees often say they feel more refreshed than after a spa treatment. Gurudev points out that rituals are advanced technologies for managing human consciousness, more profound than modern techniques. After the Homam, people notice reduced stress, deeper sleep, and a greater resilience in daily life. Ayurveda and yoga describe stress as imbalance of doshas and prana. The Homam restores this balance. Mantras soothe the nervous system. Fire offerings detoxify subtle energies, and collective participation creates belongingness, counteracting loneliness, a major stress factor. Modern psychology speaks of catharsis. Homam is catharsis spiritualized by externalizing worries into fire. Participants release inner tension. Thus, the Mahaganapati Homam complements and surpasses modern stress management, offering holistic well being. Now, what message does the Mahaganapati Homam give for today's fast paced, technology driven world? The Homam reminds us to pause and reconnect with timeless values in a world dominated by screens and speed. It offers a space of stillness, rhythm, and sacredness. Gurudev says rituals are anchors that reconnect us to nature and the self. The Mahaganapati Homam teaches that despite technology's progress, human happiness still depends on inner peace and divine connection. It offers a roadmap to balance modern living with the ancient wisdom. The message is clear: progress without roots leads to imbalance. Vedic rituals like the Mahaganapati Homam root a humanity in Dharma, reminding us that we are part of a larger cosmic order. In a world of distractions, it emphasizes focus, discipline, and surrender. Ganesha, as remover of obstacles, symbolizes overcoming digital overload, stress, and fragmentation. Thus, the Homam is not outdated but profoundly relevant, guiding us to blend technology with spirituality for holistic growth. Now, what role does sound therapy play in the Mahaganapati Homam through Vedic mantras? Sound has a profound effect on the nervous system during Mahaganapati Homam. The constant chanting of Ganapati Atharvashesha and Vedic mantras creates a vibrational resonance that calms the mind and rejuvenates the body. Gurudev often shares that sound is energy And when it is imbued with intention, it has the power to heal and transform. Many participants experience deep meditation effortlessly during the homam simply by being immersed in the chanting. This is sound therapy at its purest form, and its effects linger long after the ritual ends. Now, Vedic mantras are not mere words but structured vibrations. Each syllable is scientifically designed to stimulate specific energy centers in the body. For instance, the repeated chanting of Om Gam Ganpate Namah activates the root chakra, bringing stability and grounding. The rhythm of mantras aligns brainwave frequencies to alpha and theta states, which are associated with the relaxation and creativity. In Vedic tradition, this is considered Nada Yoga union through sound. Thus, the homam not only invokes divine blessings but also provides therapeutic benefits through vibrational healing. Now, how does the fire in the homam act as a purifier on subtle and gross levels? Fire is a symbol of transformation. In the Mahaganapati Homam, whatever is offered into the fire, whether ghee, samagri, or symbolic intentions, is transformed into subtle energy. Gurudev often points out that fire doesn't hold on to anything, it accepts and releases. Similarly, when devotees surrender worries or obstacles into the fire, they feel a release from mental clutter. On a gross level, the fire purifies the air and atmosphere. On a subtle level, it burns impurities of the mind and consciousness, leaving devotees lighter and more centered. Now, Agni is described in the Rig Veda as a Pavaka, the purifier. Scientifically, fire consumes material substances and emits energy, but spiritually, it consumes karmic impressions and emits blessings. When mantras are recited, their energy is carried by the flames to higher realms. This process purifies the devotee's inner self, removing negativity and energizing positive samskaras. The homam also sanctifies the environment as smoke from herbal offerings acts as a natural disinfectant. Thus, Agni serves as both a material and spiritual purifier in the ritual. Now, what is the significance of community participation in the Mahaganapati Homam? The energy of collective intention is far greater than individual effort. When thousands gather during Navratri at the Art of Living International Center to participate in the Mahaganapati Homam, the collective sankalpa creates a powerful field of positivity. Gurudev emphasizes that when people come together in devotion, the synergy dissolves personal barriers and expands one's sense of belonging. For many, the experience of chanting and offering together brings tears of joy and deep healing. Community participation magnifies both the spiritual and emotional benefits of the ritual. In Vedic tradition, yajnas were never performed alone. They were community events where kings, sages, and citizens gathered to align society with the cosmic order. The collective chanting amplifies the potency of mantras. Scriptures state that when a group performs sankalpa, the merit is shared among all. Moreover, communal rituals foster unity, dissolving social and cultural divisions. The Mahaganapati Homam at the Art of Living reflects this ancient tradition where thousands unite for universal peace and prosperity, making it a yajna of global significance. Now, how is the Mahaganapati Homam connected to Navratri's spiritual essence? There, the Navratri is a celebration of Shakti, the universal energy that destroys negativity and nurtures positivity. The Mahaganapati Homam performed at the beginning of Navratri aligns perfectly with this essence. By invoking Ganapati, devotees remove obstacles that may hinder their spiritual growth. During the 9 days, Gurudev explains that Navratri is a journey from gross to subtle to blissful states of consciousness, and Ganapati ensures a smooth passage. Thus, the Homam is not just a ritual but a gateway into the deeper experiences of Navratri. Now, in Shakta traditions, Navratri is dedicated to Devi, but rituals often begin with the Ganapati to ensure the success of all other worship. Scriptures prescribe Ganesh Puja before Devi Puja to avoid interruptions and obstacles. The Mahaganapati Umam sets the spiritual foundation of Navratri, purifying the environment and preparing the devotees' minds. It's like clearing the land before sowing seeds. The Homam clears obstacles so that the sadhana of Navratri can bear full fruit. Its placement at the beginning is both scriptural and deeply symbolic. Now, what is the ecological impact of the Mahaganapati Homam? In the Art of Living International Center, great care is taken to ensure ecological balance. The samagri is made from natural herbs, grains, and ghee, all biodegradable and non toxic. Gurudev often emphasizes that Vedic rituals are eco friendly, designed to work in harmony with nature. The smoke from the home purifies the air, acting as a natural fumigant. It also enriches the soil when the ash is later used as fertilizer. Thus, the home becomes not only a spiritual purifier but also an ecological blessing. Ancient rishis had deep ecological wisdom. Ingredients and yajnas were chosen for their ability to cleanse the environment. For example, cow ghee releases oxygen when burnt, and neem leaves a purity and neem leaves purify the air, and rice grains nourish birds and insects. After the ritual, the Homam fire also balances atmospheric energies as documented in traditional Ayurvedic and Vriksha Ayurveda texts. Unlike modern industrial activities, which pollute Vedic Homams enrich nature, the Mahaganapati Homam and art of living thus revives this ancient eco-spiritual technology for today's world. Now, how does participating in the Mahaganapati Homam strengthen one's sankalpa or resolve? A sankalpa is more than a wish, it is a deep inner resolve aligned with universal energy. During the Mahaganapati Homam, devotees make a sankalpa in front of Agni and Ganapati. Gurudev explains that when intention is placed in a sacred space, charged with mantras and divine presence, it gains tremendous power. Many participants report that their resolutions manifest effortlessly after the Homam. The ritual environment gives the sankalpa a vibrational boost, making it stronger than ordinary thoughts or wishes. Now, in Vedic philosophy, sankalpa is the seed of action. Just as seeds grow when sown in fertile soil, a sankalpa grows when placed in a sanctified atmosphere like a homam. The Mahaganapati homam is particularly powerful because Ganapati governs beginnings and removes obstacles. When devotees take sankalpa here, it is said to be protected and nurtured by Ganapati himself. Scriptures affirm that sankalpas taken in yagyas carry greater karmic force, ensuring they manifest in alignment with dharma and divine will. Now, how do children and youth benefit from attending the Mahaganapati Homam? Their children and youth are highly receptive to energy. When they attend the Mahaganapati home, they absorb the vibrations of mantras effortlessly. Gurudev often mentions that exposing young minds to Vedic rituals instills the sanskaras of devotion, respect, and positivity. Many parents notice their children becoming calmer, more focused, and happier after attending. The homam also gives youth a sense of cultural identity and belonging, bridging ancient wisdom with the modern life. It's a foundation for emotional resilience and spiritual strength in their formative years. Now, Vedic tradition emphasizes early exposure to dharmic practices, just as seeds sprout better when sown young. Children imbibe values deeply when experienced early. Participation in homams refines their speech as they listen to precise mantra pronunciation. It also develops a patience and concentration as they sit through the ritual. Culturally, it connects them to their roots, ensuring continuity of tradition. Spiritually, Ganapati's blessings bestow knowledge of Vidya, making youth more receptive to learning. Thus, attending Mahaganapati Homam plants lifelong seeds of dharma and wisdom. Now, how is the Mahaganapati Homam different from other homams performed during Navratri? The Mahaganapati Homam has a unique position as it precedes and empowers all other homams, while homams like Navagraha or Chandi Homam focus on specific deities or cosmic energies. The Ganapati Homam is universal, it clears obstacles for everything that follows. Gurudev says it is like invoking the remover of roadblocks before starting a grand journey. Without this, other rituals may not yield their full potential. Thus, the Mahaganapati Homam is the doorway through which the entire Navratri experience flows. Scriptures prescribe Ganapati worship as the Prathama Puja, the first worship before any major ritual. During Navratri, several elaborate humams are performed, but the Ganapati humam is indispensable because it sanctifies the field. Other humams may invoke a planetary alignment, Devi's blessings, or specific boons, but none can be considered complete without Ganapati's grace. The uniqueness of Mahaganapati humam lies in its universality. It is not bound to one aspect but ensures holistic success of all other rituals performed during the festival. Now, how does Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Jesus' presence enhance the Mahaganapati Homam? Gurudev's presence transforms the entire atmosphere. His deep silence, compassion, and grace create a sacred field where participants experience the Homam more intensely. Devotees often share that when Gurudev is present, their meditation during the Homam becomes deeper and their prayers feel instantly acknowledged. He explains mantras with simplicity, making even ancient Vedic wisdom accessible to modern seekers. His presence is not just physical, it amplifies the spiritual power of the ritual, making the Mahaganapati Homam a once in a lifetime experience for many. Now, in Vedic tradition, the presence of a realized master magnifies the potency of ritual. Scriptures say, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Tatra Shri Vijaya Bhuti. Where the divine master is, victory and prosperity follow. Gurudev embodies the role of a living rishi, connecting ancient rituals to contemporary humanity. His presence ensures that the Homam is not just mechanical, but vibrantly alive with spiritual energy for the priests as well. Conducting the ritual in his presence is profoundly uplifting, aligning them more deeply with the sacred purpose. Now, what is the lasting impact of attending the Mahaganapati Homam on devotees' lives? The Mahaganapati Homam leaves an indelible impression. Devotees often share stories of how obstacles dissolved, relationships healed, or new opportunities opened up after attending. Gurudev emphasizes that the true benefit lies not just in external results but in inner transformation. Devotees feel lighter, more centered, and more connected to the divine. The ritual strengthens faith, which becomes a lifelong support. Even years later, the memory of participating in the Homam continues to inspire and guide devotees in times of difficulty. Now, the scriptures affirm that merits of a yajna extend across lifetimes. The Mahaganapati Homam blesses devotees with arogya or health, Aishwarya or prosperity, and Vidya or knowledge and Shakti or strength. Beyond these, it plants a seed of devotion that grows with time. Attending such a yajna connects one to an eternal tradition, ensuring spiritual progress. Many return year after year, testifying to its transformative power. The lasting impact is both tangible and intangible prosperity in worldly life and deep anchoring in spiritual life. Jagdev.